So my question is this. Why are we spending, Madam Chair, Mr. President, an X amount for voters' education for voters who presumably have been educated before, informed before by the Commission on Elections through prior educational information campaigns? They were already included in that herd that were informed by the Commission on Elections. This is the same people who will also be informed and re-educated this coming 2022. Ang tanong ko po, bakit gagastusan pa natin ng voters education campaign yung na-educate na natin dati?
Your Honor, the
With the permission of this chamber, Madam Sponsor, I'll be direct going into the budget of the Commission on Elections, which we discussed previously, and I recall even the good minority leader is very interested in this topic. It has something to do with the overseas voting outlay for the Commission on Elections, Madam Sponsor. For this year, how much is the budget for overseas voting preparations for the Commission on Elections?
Mr. President, Your Honor, the overseas voting and continuing registration by the COMELEC for next year, which falls under its proposed locally fund. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Mr. President. For this year, Mr. President, is at 22 million pesos, Your Honor.
So 22 million.
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
that would be a year before a general elections. For the
That is
29
actually for this year.
for
Your
this year.
Honor, Mr. President, yes.
No, I'm asking for the budget allotted for next year.
Forgive me, Mr. President. For yes, for fiscal year 2021, the overseas voting and continuing registration allocation, which is one of the locally funded projects proposed for the COMELEC budget, amounts to 22.735 million pesos, Your Honor. So a little, just a very little more than what was appropriated for this year's item, Your Honor, Mr. President.
And correct me, Madam Chair, Mr. President, if I'm not mistaken, a year before a general elections, specifically, for instance, 2018, prior to the 2019 elections, it would appear that there is a downtrend, so to speak, of the budgetary allocation for overseas voting. But for the year wherein there is a general election, it would immediately spike, not treble, not 4 times, but several percentage and several notches higher. So do we expect that to happen 2022, Madam Sponsor? From 22 million this year, do we expect that to probably breach the vicinity of
Well, while we're trying to
Billions?
pull up the number, Mr. President, Your Honor, that the COMELEC expects to request from Congress for year 2022, I'm beginning to sense how important is the line of questioning of Your Honor, Mr. President, in terms of perhaps a more proactive preparation for this very important part of any election, and something that was actually one of the first electoral reform laws that we passed to allow Filipinos overseas to still participate as full Filipino citizens exercising their right of suffrage.
I agree, Mr. President. I admire the anticipation, the anticipatory sense of the good sponsor in appreciating my line of questioning. But with due respect, I still have to get some figures. But
Yes, Your Honor.
would it breach the billions?
Hindi naman po, Your Honor, Mr. President, but Even to this representation, it is surprising what even now the COMELEC can anticipate requesting Congress in 2022. At Your Honor, Mr. President said, hindi lang double, triple, quadruple. The figure is actually 418 million. So times 20, Mr. President, Your Honor, compared sa hinihingi po nila for that item in year 2022. So to be exact, Your Honor, Mr. President, for overseas elections in 2022, 418,276,626 total actual expenses, Your Honor. Mr. President.
Thank you, Madam Chair. But my other branch of this questioning would probably include the overseas voters education fund. From my understanding on how the commission, and with due respect to our friends there, it would appear that during election year, they would ask for a big amount from Congress, and that would include an amount for voters' education. Correct me, Madam Sponsor, if this is correct. My question really is, why do we have to educate the voters on the year where the election is scheduled? Why can't we have a longer planning for this? Why can't we do this year or next year? Not on the year of the elections, 2022, Madam Sponsor.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. President. So this representation's anticipation was right that Your Honor was leading to really recommending or suggesting to the Commission on Elections that they be more proactive even before the eve of a general or even midterm elections as far as yung pag-engganyo sa partisipasyon ng ating mga kababayan overseas. Particular to the conduct of voters' education and information campaign through print, radio, television, and social media, although, Your Honor, this is not disaggregated for overseas absentee voting. So for fiscal year 2020, the current total now for voters ed is 16,338,000. And for next year, they are asking again for that item with a modest increase to 16,374,000. I'll ask COMELEC, Your Honor, Mr. President, if they have the disaggregated amount for the voters ed for overseas absentee voting, Your Honor. We are getting it, the COMELEC is getting it as we speak, Your Honor, Mr. President, and I can return to it before our hearing.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So my other branch of this question is how many voters overseas do we expect for 2022 as compared with the voters list for 2019? Is there going to be a drastic change, a drastic jump, a drastic decline, or do we maintain it at an equilibrium level for 2022, Mr. President?
Your Honor, Mr. President, even this representation was surprised by the number. Overseas elections, last year, we saw a total number of registered overseas absentee voters in the magnitude of 1,822,173. But in year 2022, ang anticipation po ng COMELEC sa OAV participation actually drops, Your Honor, to 1,657,750. And Your Honor is correct, this issue, even this concern came up even in the committee hearing kasi di ba gusto nga po natin na dumami pa yung mga kababayan natin overseas na lumahok. And in fact, traditionally, COMELEC will spend more on those election years, and Congress has always been willing to support such increased requests, Your Honor, Mr. President.
Mr. President, Madam Sponsor, correct me if I'm wrong in this conjecture. If we have 1,820,000 plus during the last general elections for overseas voting, and we expect 1,657,000 plus for the 2022 elections. Apparently, there is a 200,000 drop in the figure, and the figure for 2022, which is 1,657,000, is probably included in the whole spectrum of the 1,825,000. So my question is this: why are we spending, Madam Chair, Mr. President, an X amount for voters' education for voters who presumably have been educated before, informed before by the Commission on Elections through prior educational information campaigns? They were already included in that herd that were informed by the Commission on Elections. This is the same people who will also be informed and re-educated this coming 2022. Ang tanong ko po, bakit gagastusan pa natin ng voters education campaign yung na-educate na natin dati? There is probably a sound reasoning and basis if we increase the budget for voters education, if the 1,820,000 plus would increase to 2.5 billion,
Yes, Mr.
and then the difference would be the population that should be informed and educated initially by the Commission on Elections as to their overseas voting rights.
I completely agree, Your Honor, Mr. President, that there should be, in a way, value for money for any aspect of our budget, lalo na po yung budget ng isang pinaka-importanting constitutional body natin, tulad ng Commission on Elections, in terms of, yun na nga, mas marami pang voters natin na tuwing eleksyon ay lalahok at actually boboto. Although, Your Honor, Mr. President, yung ibinahagi ko pong mga numbers nila on spending for voters education would include both overseas absentee voters at tayo pong mga botante dito sa Pilipinas. Still, it leaves that question in our mind, why at least in that important component of overseas absentee voting, we are actually anticipating to suffer a 200,000 peso drop in terms of voter turnout. But maybe part of the answer, I will ask COMELEC for additional response to that particular point, Your Honor, Mr. President. But in terms of leaving the quantity aside momentarily, in terms of the quality or the content, perhaps election upon election, kahit po continuous ang voters education efforts ng COMELEC, baka po dahil din every election, Your Honor, Mr. President, given also the developments in the voting technology or demographic changes in our voting population, there are still new voters ed activities that need to be undertaken. Halimbawa po, Your Honor, Mr. President, noong 2019, ang voters education activities po ng COMELEC, kabilang dito yung conduct of vote counting machine demonstration, yung No Elections Better seminar, yung Women and Elections seminar, which this representation can certainly appreciate very much. And Your Honor, infomercials, yung Radyo COMELEC po, Mr. Chairman, which to its credit, the COMELEC has been running, multi-sectoral anti-vote buying campaign, Your Honor, Mr. President.
So, Mr. President, the reason probably for discontinuing expenditure is that there is a need for, likewise, for a continuing information campaign.
Yes,
Even
Mr.
if there is a
President,
drop
Your Honor.
in the number of voters. So